with myself. Can you imagine being so unbothered where you don't even get bothered by people that are around you? You're so content with self.
Welcome, everybody. It's Mike G. Welcome to the Vaz Podcast. We have an very interesting Dr. Nesbitt on the show today. She is the mastery of the mind. We're going to get into a little levels of this. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing amazing. How are you doing today?
I can't complain. I got a great guest. I mean, we're doing our thing. This is how we
Yeah,
do
so
it.
I am actually dual certified family nurse practitioner as well as psychiatric nurse practitioner. So what
Wow.
that means is that I'm trained to do both physical and health, with the body. I manage medications, stress, mental health symptoms, which overlap sometimes, and I like to treat them together, not separate.
Okay. And so we're moving fast here. Where did it start? Were you always involved in being a doctor, or did you just study one
Well,
thing?
it first started with nursing, to be honest with you. Working in the hospital, working in urgent care, ER, all kinds of departments was just all over the place. And I can see where a disconnect can happen versus psychiatric health. Someone's depressed, but then it's really their thyroid that's messed up. So it's like seeing the disconnect in different departments. I decided to go to school and, do my own thing. Went and got my family nurse practitioner about 10 years ago, and then I finished my psychiatric care about 2 years ago. So now I
Wow.
see the body mind together as one whole.
Wow. Okay. So question is, how is the levels? I've always thought about this because I always like the mind. I've always liked the mind thing. It's pretty cool. Surgeons are good too, brain surgeon, all that. But to pick the characteristics of individuals, it's like, do you go through different classes of picking different levels of psychiatric mental disorder?
No, the once you're in school for psychiatry care, you get to do all of them. So
Wow.
bipolar, depression, ADHD, schizophrenia, BPD. There's so many mental health disorders that's out there. You're fully trained to diagnose and treat them all. Follow-up care is important as well. You definitely want to make sure you constantly being seen because that helps tremendously.
Okay. Wow. So how old are you? I mean, you're like in your 30s. You're pretty young.
Um,
That's pretty.
um, I am 37. How's that?
Wow, very good. Very good travels. You completed a lot. That's impressive, guys.
Yes, I'm actually finishing up my doctor's degree. So,
Okay.
yep, and
Okay.
then that's the end of it. Dr. Nesbitt it is. So,
It
I'm
is.
completely ready to tackle on complicated cases to the minuscule ones, whatever it throws at me, I'm fully prepared and trained for.
Wow. Have you faced any I'm say complex levels of mental people and stuff like that? I
I
mean,
think for mental health, it's a consistency thing. Some
mhm.
people will know that they have a mental health disorder. They may even be diagnosed with bipolar, but it's the follow through. It's the coming to see a provider before it's too late. It's the crash outs before the calm comes. So
Wow.
I see quite a few people, and my whole focus is to make sure they continue treatment. Let's repeat this in 2 weeks. Let's stay on track. Let's stay
Mhm.
focused because life be life and people don't realize, like, after a while of feeling good, you still need that pick me up just to stay motivated, stay consistent and determined. So when
Yeah.
it fails to fall off, that's me to pick you back up. I'll send you reminders like, hey, let's get it going. And then we'll get our little therapy sessions in. Sometimes there's weekly, every twice a week to once a month if you need it.
So how do you handle high risk situations? Do you sometimes have to reach out and stuff like that? Or like
I
I know
have
some people.
colleagues, I also have mentors, I also have, providers that seek over me as well, and if it's a difficult case, I always reach out and, like, get more pointers, their recommendations because everyone is different. Everyone prescribes differently too, so you always want to have a backup or just someone that has a little bit more expertise than you just as a reference. References are always good. So
Okay.
colleagues, references, and then the good old study book that we usually, refer to.
Okay. This is her website, everybody. This is great information.
Yes,
Get a
yes,
hold of
yes.
her. Look how cool this is. This is nice. So the weight loss, you do weight loss too. Is that a
I
mental thing?
do. So again, that family nurse practitioner comes into play. I do physical
Mhm.
exams. I do weight loss management. People yo-yo diet. They'll stick to it for the first time in a year and then they fall back off. No, come see me. I do GLP-1s. I do PO medications, or even if it's just some therapy that we need to work out, a constant nutritional schedule and a workout routine, bring it on. I will get you straight. The summer is coming. You need to get back in shape for the summertime.
You
Yeah.
ain't lying. You ain't lying because
Okay.
I'm shaping myself up too. I'm like, man, listen.
And then the good thing about it is everyone is different. Everyone has their own goals, their own ways of how they want to look and stuff. I tailor every treatment to fit each person
Mm-hmm.
separately. So if you got 20 pounds to 40 pounds to a good 10 pounds, it's just stubborn that you can't get off, I personalize treatment plans, nutritional plans, as well as exercise plans. I send those out to you. If we decide to do the GLP-1s, I get them for a very, very discounted price. So
Mm-hmm.
again, any weight loss issues, and again, sometimes weight loss comes with mental health. We're depressed, we're eating, we don't
Wow.
know why we're stressed out or just
Yeah.
doing certain things. So having a provider that is certified to do both, just it makes it a lot more smoother, less complicated, less providers, everything just goes really smooth.
So yeah, man, that's pretty cool. So so do you analyze? Can you? So you've mastered it. You've become a doctor. You've judged some high levels. Can you master it or analyze it? Or I should say, analyze a person to see, yeah, there's something wrong with them that they don't even know there's something wrong with
Of
them.
course. You know, it's so funny. The first thing I see is people they're asking, do I need to see a therapist? Should I see a therapist?
Okay.
Maybe I should just go. 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 That is the first step that you probably need to go. Something subconsciously is telling you that you might need help in some shape or form.
Hmm.
And I even get people that just want to go to therapy just for a peace of mind. Nothing is wrong with them. They want to stay that way. So
Okay.
they'll bring their issues, stressors, triggers. We'll go through it all, figure out ways to work through them, mechanisms, boundaries. And again, if medications is needed, we definitely prescribe medications as well.
I see. So I've known some people, this to really dive deep into it. They're embarrassed to go. Why is that?
See, We
I
need
like.
to
I
we
don't.
need to we need to make this a normal thing. I feel like everyone, whether you feel like you have issues or not, should be seeing a healthcare provider,
Mhm.
especially for therapy. We are all individual people. We don't know how to coexist sometimes. So rage baiting is a thing. We break out of character. We behave in certain ways that we don't really like. We have ego issues where we don't want to apologize. We have mom dad issues that we keep secret and don't really share out. Therapy, sharing information, even if it's to a complete stranger, it works, it helps, it makes you feel so much relief, and then even in the sense of um having mental health disorders, being diagnosed with bipolar, or even having some depression, getting help saves lives. When I
Yeah.
tell you postponing things, it just makes things worse. The sooner you can get help, the better your life, the better the people around you, the better the kids, the better the environment.
Wow, that is true. That is true because I'm not an expert, but you do feel the energy off people when they're a
You
little
do.
tense and they try to let's say bounce off their tension with others and how they treat others and stuff like that. It's
That
kind
is
of
very true. Energy definitely transfers.
hmm
So instead of I've heard people say, well, I'm just going to remove myself. I'm just going to remove myself. Can you imagine being so unbothered where you don't even get bothered by people that is around you? You're so content with self. You're so happy with what you got going on. Nothing can control your mood, your outbursts, your anger, because you're so content with self. Therapy
hmm
heals. Therapy is the number one thing that I feel people definitely needs to get into, and where Urban Zen Health will definitely get you there.
There you go,
I
guys.
definitely cater to no bias, non-judgmental, never a stupid question, never a stupid anything.
There
Come
you go.
talk to me. Let's get this situated. I promise you feel so much better after.
There it is, guys. It goes a QR code too, guys. If you want to check it out, We'll put up the site again. This is amazing. No, we're not done yet. I got some questions, man. This is good. This is the site, guys. Hey, get help. We have the doctors in the building.
Yes, we do school physicals, we'll
Wow.
do work physicals, we do any medication management. You need to have your medications reconciled, refill medications, anywhere from ADHD to weight loss, like you said, GLP-1s to strict just needing a referral to see a specialist. We do everything here. If
Wow.
you need UDSs done, we do drug tests as well. We
Okay.
do pregnancy tests. We do UAs if you have any UTI symptoms, any issues that you can think of, come seek help. We will definitely never turn you away.
Wow. So I had a question. So we all know the news and the Rob Schreiner thing. That's very interesting. Sad, but
Yes.
very interesting thing. Did they miss something with this young man?
So suicide is something that you do not want to take lightly. It is
Mhm,
very, very, very much serious. And I feel
mhm,
like when people have suicidal thoughts or even suicidal ideations or attempts, they're not really, it's not all about attention. They're actually in pain and they want someone to help them with their pain. They're overwhelmed, they're distressed. So most people that struggle with suicide, they don't really want to die. They just want some relief of whatever issue they're coming on. When you
yeah,
address these pain issues early on, it improves the outcomes. They're overwhelming. Again, just talking to somebody, hearing
okay,
someone out goes a long way. So
mhm,
for me, I like preventative measures before it gets that way, before you go into a crisis situation. Let's talk about it. What is your issue? What's got you in a funk? That way we can discuss it, realize that life is worth living. You only have one.
yeah,
We address them and then we go from there.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
Mental health should never be treated secondary. It
True,
is
because
critical.
what happened is sad. And you take out your whole your fam. It's like,
Mhm,
wow, did somebody miss something there? I mean, we don't know. We only
mhm.
know what we get information from, but it's like that's pretty deep. So it
Yeah.
must have been over time just something.
Sometimes it could be. Sometimes there are clues. Sometimes it could be a bout of a depression.
Mm,
But we don't really, we allow people to go through their moods and swings and we just leave it alone. When someone is crying for help and you realize it, tell them to go get help. Call
yeah,
somebody. Call a
yeah,
psychiatrist, a therapist. There's so many available. Everyone's just waiting to hear you out.
that is true. Do you find that sometimes people ignore it? Like, there's no such thing as normal. That's my
Mhm.
thing. Nothing's
I like
normal.
that.
Something is
Everyone is
just
different.
everybody's different. Everything is
Right.
what is.
Mhm.
Everything's like, oh, act normal. Well,
What is normal? Who determined that? So then we determine a baseline. What is your normal? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? That middle is your normal. So how do we at least get to normal where we don't have ups and downs? We got a consistency. If you want
Mhm.
to stay above your normal, then we get there as well. We embrace hobbies. We embrace things that you like. We embrace boundaries with people that get you low and can trigger points for you. Because again, rage baiting is definitely a thing.
Okay. And do you find it going through the future? Like we're in 2026 now. It's a lot
Yeah.
of things happening. Do you feel like the mental health issues has increased a lot because there's so much tension?
Absolutely. I feel like mental health has increased, especially with younger teenagers and school age kids. Bullying is definitely a thing. And then we don't really speak enough. We don't really address it as we should. We blew it under the rug. We expect them to put a tough, shirt on and leave it at that. Some people ain't tough. Some
Yeah.
people real they'll need to like let it out. They don't know what a let out is. So it's internalized as anger. I would be able to coach them like, hey, do some push-ups, go get a boxing glove and learn to do something that's going to be able to positively release that instead of reverting into anger and outburst and even suicidal ideations.
Yeah.
Once we have an episode and we're done, we feel better. We feel bad about it though. It's like, darn, I just broke my character. So
Yeah.
my job is to be preventative. Let's talk about it before we break character, before we do something that we don't mean to do, where we have to apologize. And again,
Mhm.
suicide, you cannot take that back.
Yeah.
So you leave loved ones, you leave everyone, feeling bad because they feel like they could help when they really didn't know what was going on.
That is true. That is true. So, a person in your level, how do you maintain your sanity? Because this is layers of mental, psychological,
Mhm.
emotional turbulence that you get from Tom, John, Miss. You know, you get different category
Mhm.
that's coming to you, and you're the person that's supposed to take care of it. So it's like,
My
how do
key
you?
thing that I usually tell people is to forget your feelings. If you
Okay.
want to be happy, be happy. Even when you're not happy, be happy. It is a choice. Even when you're feeling sad, depressed, there's different things that you like that you are happy. Going outside, getting some sun, meditating, exercises, cold showers, all those things to shock the body, to like reboot, to getting back into your normal self.
Mm-hmm.
I stay happy just in a sense of life alone. I have my own, but I also am very understanding that everyone else has their own issues and
Mm-hmm.
deal with things differently. I give everyone a benefit of doubt. You got your stuff going on. I have mine. I'm going to give you grace because you have your stuff going on, but I also creating boundaries. That way, my stuff is respected too. Once
Yeah.
we create boundaries and we know where we are on each level, we sail through life together, coexisting because we have to. We live with people, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
put on that hat, we put on those faces, not just for us, but also for other people around us. So smiling is contagious. I love to smile. I love to stay happy. I love to bring on a happy environment because I feel like energy sets the room. If you
Yes.
coming in upset and angry or you kind of feel some type of way, people
Yes.
can feel that. They can sense that.
Yes.
I get bothered for a second, I let it go out and it's back and I'm back to my normal self because at the end of the day, you only live one time. I
Mm-hmm.
want to live mine fullest with just being bright, full of energy and positivity.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true. But you do get stressed because you're in a field where it's a lot. So do they teach you that in class, I shouldn't say, in school or in medical school to where you have to detach and have to take care of yourself so you can be 100% to take care of others?
Absolutely. You definitely have to know how to put on hats, and that's what I created for myself. I
I
have
got
a work hat, I have a family hat. I'm a mom too. I have a mom hat as well. So those are definitely important and to take them off. If I am not working, I'm not going to be talking about work stuff.
you.
If
Yeah.
I am at work, I don't see nothing with school, kids, my social life. I am professionally at work. So in order to internalize boxes so you can focus so you can be the ultimate person that you want in that role. It helps to uh, facilitate roles as a provider, as a caretaker, so you don't get overwhelmed. You're not stressing yourself out because you're overwhelmed over things you can't control.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
That is
write it
true.
down. Let's write out a checklist. What do I need to do? What is the most important right now? Make it basic. I try to make things super, super simple. Can I take care of this right now, or is this something I can do tomorrow? And then we leave it at that.
That is true. That is
Mhm.
true. So, what is the people that know maybe not know out here like me? What is a psychiatrist, a psychologist, or stuff like that? Is it all the same? I mean, there's some people
No.
that sit in a room and talk to somebody. There's also a
Mhm.
person that tries to help you get over your other
So
things.
both are licensed. You have to get a license to do any type of therapy.
Mhm.
I can do therapy. I also can do psychiatry work, which is prescribed medications. Psychologists do not prescribe medications. They will refer me to any clients that they may feel that have, bipolar, depression. They'll refer them to a psychiatrist to get them a full blown evaluation to see if they indeed have those things that they talk to in sessions with their therapist. So when they see me, I do a full psych evaluation, determining if they do have the depression, bipolar, BPD, doesn't matter what it is, and then treatment as well. If medication is needed, is if what is it, EMDR therapy is needed, or if they
Mm.
need any outside sources, then that would be me referring them to those things. Then I would be in collaborations with their therapist or their psychologist, and then they will we both collaborate on the treatment plan, the
Mhm.
goals, the outcomes, the follow-ups, or crucial important follow-ups. Sticking to
Wow.
the plan and making sure our clients or the patients understand them,
Mm.
agree to them, feel like it's hopeful, where it's not, well, because you think it's going to work. No, I want you to feel that it works. What do you feel that will make it work better? And then we collaborate and come up with a plan.
Okay, so yeah, so I was about to ask because I don't understand, like, so you collaborate with other doctors as well, right? You
Yep.
guys have like a collaboration club, like, hey, this, what do you think about this level 1 and level 2? And then you
Yes.
break
So I
down
am a
this.
family nurse practitioner. I do it all. So even if you
Wow.
came in with a heart attack or heart palpitations, or like, I would order blood work, get your troponin levels done. I would see if you have congested heart failure, if it's diabetes, we do workups on that. If
Wow.
it becomes extreme to the point where we need to get ultrasounds, and then you need to literally seek a neurologist or nephrologist because of kidney issues, then I would refer to a specialist that only specializes in that department to do more tests, to do specialized exams and stuff. That way we can center focus what the chief complaint is.
Wow, wow. Listen, he do it all. She's a doctor, she's a mental doctor. That's pretty good. Congratulations. Man, that's good work. And so young, such a, because you see most doctors are older and stuff
Yes, and
like
I think the young part helps because I can relate to a lot of
that.
things. I'm up to date with all of the new technology, all the new diagnoses, all the new medications. And, I also bring on that, young energy as well. I have time for it all. My
Yeah.
patients are super, super low. I have patients for whoever comes in my chair.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I appreciate that. That's very informative. Shoot, I have so much questions here. It's so where what drives you like every day? I'm pretty sure you're like, oh my God, I gotta deal with this. Like what gets you going as a doctor, as Dr. Nesbitt? How is that like? Oof,
You know what? I think it stems from nursing. I
yeah,
feel like the nursing part of me just loved, love, love taking care of people, helping people, healing people, as well as seeing results. I love to see results. I love to hear, Dr. Nesbitt, oh my God, I started this and now I can see changes. You were right. I should have done this years ago. Or, oh my God, I'm so mad at myself. I should have started sooner. I love results. So
that's
just making a difference in every person's lives, just talking to them, touching them, whatever I can do to make it positive or just make it great. That's my goal. I love love. I love positivity. I love helping people.
yeah.
It's a huge, huge passion that I have incorporated for these last years. It's not going anywhere. I still love doing it. Hence why I continue to go to school. Hence why I'm
Yeah,
like, I can do this myself. Come on, people. We can
yeah,
do this together. Because at
yeah,
the end of the day, this is your treatment. This is your goal. And
yeah.
I just truly, truly appreciate being that person for you, as well, giving them the results that you desire.
There we go. That's very inspirational. Wow, thank you. Inspired me. I'm like, oh, look at that. Found myself a new doctor. No, hey.
Come on, man. I'm telling you.
No,
What's so funny? I am really down to earth. I'm not
yeah,
gonna sit here and talk to you and put big words in your face and leave you confused. I'm gonna dim it down for you. I'm gonna be like, look, you need to stop eating. You're eating too much. I'm
yeah,
gonna like, look, you just had another bipolar episode. You're a manic. We got to figure this out. You don't want to keep having ups and downs. When
mhm,
are you going to decide to change? Because ultimately, I'm just a coach still. I can advise and stuff, but
mhm.
when you are ready to put in the work and take that initiative step, make that appointment. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
You heard that, guys? Okay. There's no excuse, guys. There goes the QR
None.
code. All right, there goes the website. Hold on. Let me find the button here. We ain't playing here. Here we go. Okay, you got this. You got it all. All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming on. I know you're a busy person, and man, maybe we'll have you back on to see how you growing, how you expanding. Because you just
Yes, we
open,
are
you know.
accepting new clients. We take in-office visits. We take telehealth visits. We order medications. We do it all. Come book your appointments today. Come get the help you need. Everything. Let's do it.
Let's do it, guys. Thank you for coming on, Miss Dr. Nesbitt, guys. It's a
It
great
was a
show.
pleasure.
And thank you
Pleasure.
for tuning in and check her out. Peace,
All right.
guys.
Thank you.